Hi, welcome to Your Black World News. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III. Today I'm joined by Mrs. Vanessa Lynn, who is a business owner, and she is doing a lot with this Flint, Michigan water situation. Vanessa, the other day, I think it was this weekend actually, it was an article or it was news released that the Flint residents had run completely out of water. So I seen you via social media and Facebook actually raising donations and taking water physically yourself down to Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, they had pretty much, the situation's been going on for 18 months, and they had kind of ran out of donations, So Rachel Maddow of MSNBC, she's been doing a really, really great job of keeping everybody up to date nationwide of what's going on. Because honestly, it wasn't getting a whole lot of coverage in Michigan. So she put out a report last Thursday that the donations were running dry, and literally overnight they started getting donations in. And so I definitely wanted to do what I can. It's just, for me, it's not good enough for us to, it's too bad up there. Water is something we all can get. You can get a case of water for $3. So I put out the call on social media, and literally within a couple days I had so much water. I had to get a friend's van. I got to go back up there again today. I got donations from all over, still getting in donations. And so I reached out to a couple of organizations to find out what's the best place to take the water to, because, of course, there's a lot of places that's doing it. And so I was directed to the Mission of Hope over in Flint, which is really the only organization that's giving out water daily. A lot of the places you got to wait, you're on waiting list, and or they don't have it. So I took it to there, and then when I was there, I did actually did some interviews and filming, and just found out a lot of information firsthand of what's going on up there in Flint.
Yeah, and we're going to play the videos here in a second, but can you tell us a little bit about the climate, like when you went exactly, some of the things that was not captured on the video that you sent?
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to a lot of the people that were at the Mission of Hope. The Mission of Hope is originally like a homeless shelter. It's just like a place for people to come that's kind of, disenfranchised. It's a small place. It's a little house. And so I talked to a few people there. I talked to the workers there. A lot of people are discouraged. They feel as though people are not sure what's going on, and I assured them that the media has not been covering this, but as soon as the media let everybody know what's going on, that people are not only praying for them, but making sure that they're getting what they need in terms of water. They are actually having an issue where they can't, they can't bathe their children in this water. They can't cook in it. So everything they do for the last 18 months has been with bottled water. Can you imagine, like, 18 months? They're also having a problem with a lot of people who don't have the proper medical care actually getting treated and tested. So they can't even get tested. They say a lot of them aren't being treated real well by the medical facilities, so that part has played a big part of it. A lot of their animals have died, literally, from the lead. The children are sick. People are breaking out in rashes. It's like an epidemic going on up there. So the climate is it's kind of bad, but at the same time, when I was there, I just saw a wealth of volunteers, coming up there, bringing water. Businesses actually got to, you see on the interview, talk with Phil Phelps. He's a Michigan State rep, and he tells us exactly what's going on and what the governor is not doing. Me and you're not going to say it. You're going to hear him talk about it. So the climate is kind of rocky going up there right now, but again, people are really pitching in from all over the country, trying to do what they can to help the residents where the government is not.
Yes, and what's really, really sad, on top of everything else, was yesterday I saw a report saying that thousands of people are late on their water bills or something like that. They still want the residents to pay their water bills in full, but yet they have to pay the water bills that they pay for water that they cannot use, and then still buy bottled water. And that's pretty ridiculous, don't you think?
Is that the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life? You're forcing these people water. They cannot use the water for the last year and a half, and now they have bills.
You want them to pay for the poison water.
They can't use the water. They can't use it.
You want them to pay for the poison water.
Pay for the poison water that they're not even using. They're not turning on their taps. And again, in the videos, you'll see that, in this location at the Mission of Hope, a guy named Pastor Bobby, you see him as well. They usually cook for people, but the water, they can't really cook for people because they can't turn on the water. People can't come there and take showers because they can't use the water. So literally, this entity, which usually helps people and is helping people, can't really help them in the capacity that they normally do because they can't use the water. And you still want them to pay a bill. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. Well, with no further ado, here goes the video.
Hey guys, this is Vanessa. I am here with Pastor Bobby, the head of the Mission of Hope. Also here with Phil Phelps. He's a state Michigan representative. Fellas, tell us what's going on. First of all, thank you guys for your work you're doing. We see what's going on. We just dropped off our donation. We're definitely bringing some more from Detroit. Pastor Bobby and Mr. Phelps, tell us what's going on up here in Flint.
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you, Jesus.
Yes, sir.
God will provide. And I want to say that I can truly understand now what it means when they say God will pour blessings on you more than you can handle.
Yes, sir.
I have got so much water now. Thursday, I didn't have any water.
My goodness, wow.
Right now, I'm got 2 storage units that I'm going to start sending stuff to so that we can do it up later.
Awesome,
I'm
awesome.
just so impressed to have a state representative
yes, sir.
on the ground who cares about the people.
Awesome. Mr. Phelps, what's going on and what's Michigan doing right now? We know this situation has been going on about 18 months.
Well, the response that we've had from just everyday regular folks has been tremendous, and all this water that's coming in here today is actually from, you know, Good Samaritans groups. Like some of this that's being unloaded is laborers, local 1075,
awesome,
construction workers union, but the state still hasn't really responded with actual water deliveries yet, and I'm really disappointed right now. And I reached out to the governor today and I asked him, when does the state going to actually start picking up the tab? Because right now there's enough water in this facility, but maybe only for a few days.
Exactly.
The estimated need for water in the city of Flint is going to be 15 semi-truck fulls a week. There's about 36 to 40,000 bottles of water on a semi-truck load, so do the math on that. We need about 15 truckfuls a week. So if the state doesn't start chipping in soon, we're going to have to continue to rely on Good Samaritans and good groups from people like your organization that are helping out right now, and the laborers local 1075.
Awesome, awesome. So the best thing that people can do besides give water, is there something that we can do to maybe put pressure on the government? What's the best thing the citizens can do besides donating water?
Well, they can ask the governor what is he doing in this response. They've set up an emergency task force. They put people on the ground here, but it's all people in the planning capacity. Right now, the Genesee County Sheriff is the one that's handling actual door-to-door deliveries and checks on people right now, but there's no actual money being spent by the state that we can visibly see outside of salaries for individuals. Right now, the response is only maybe 6 days in, but they've knew about this situation for way too long. They need to act now.
Exactly, exactly. How can people get in touch with you?
My office in Lansing is 517-373-7515. And also Representative Neely is another representative in the city of Flint. I don't have his office number right offhand, but Representative Neely or myself, Representative Phelps.
Okay, thank you so much, and we will continue to bring donations as we can from Detroit. Please know that we care about you guys, and as soon as we heard the call about the donations, the people from Detroit, actually all over the country, are giving donations. So we'll be back on Wednesday, actually. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. God bless.
Thank you. This is Vanessa signing out here at the Mission of Hope. Kind of tell us what's the climate right now going on in Flint. What's the need? What's going on? Because there's a lot of news, but we need to know what's going on from the residents of Flint. What's actually happening with this water situation?
It is making our kids and everybody sick. My daughter cannot bathe in the Flint water. So
wow.
I bathe her with gallons of water, bottles of water. And
wow.
I go through, my 2 kids I'll go through a case in 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
wow.
Because now it's not as easy to go to the sink and get a gallon of Kool-Aid and make it and shake it and here you go.
Exactly.
So now I have to invest in packets for
wow.
my kids. So it's hard.
So the water is completely unusable right now?
They say it's not.
Okay.
But when my kids drink it, I can tell you.
Is the lead is still there?
It's still in there. And then they told us to boil it too, which made it worse.
Right.
So it got into the pastas and everything that people ate. And we eat a lot of spaghetti. We eat a lot of macaroni and cheese. So it got into a lot of food. So it affected a lot of us. And we're just trying to recover and recoup and help everybody that doesn't have the resources or the connections.
Awesome. Okay, so what is exactly that you guys need? Do you need cases? Do you need bottled? What's the greatest need right now?
Our greatest need would probably be bottled water.
Okay.
Because what we do is we break them down and put them in Walmart bags.
Okay.
So one person that comes in, they can get a Walmart bag of water.
Okay.
Or a family of 4 that comes in, they can get a whole case.
Okay. And I heard that you guys are the only location in Flint that's actually giving water away daily.
Yes, ma'am. We're the only ones. Other ones you gotta wait until Thursdays or Fridays or they might have special days when the fire departments are giving away water, or department stores are giving away water. But we're here every day, Monday through Friday, between 10 and...
Well, thank you so much for that fantastic video, Vanessa, and those interviews. And you stated that you was heading back today, so I wish you a safe trip. And I would like to give you the last word and let everyone know how to donate, or if they can help in any other way.
Yes, for sure. Actually, my location, I have a banquet hall in East Point, Michigan, which is about an hour or so from Flint. It's called the Crystal Room. They can actually go on my website, VanessaLynn.info, or thecrystalroom.info. And if they're in the Southeast Michigan area, they can bring me the water directly to the Crystal Room. On my websites, I post the days that they can bring it. They can also donate if they're out of state. We'll actually buy the water. They can also contact the Mission of Hope in Flint and donate directly to them and Pastor Bobby, because they're the ones, you know, just from groundwork with the people, they're the ones that's really making sure people have water daily at their location. So they can contact me or get in touch with the Mission of Hope in Flint, Michigan.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Vanessa, and I really hope you all enjoyed this segment of Your Black World News. And please, the people in Flint need prayers and water. So
that's right.
Please help them. And until next time, my friends, be blessed and be encouraged.